going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Northern Rider, and today on Media and Dirt we take a look at composition. So if you'd like to follow along, then continue watching this until the very end. If you haven't seen the first episode, then click back and go and check that out. That it's all about light in photography. And if you're new here as well and you'd like to follow along with all of this sort of good stuff, then click on the subscribe button down below. It'll keep you notified and you'll see all the videos that pop up every week as well. So let's get cracking with a knacking. Maybe you've heard of composition. You'll have certainly seen it without any realization whatsoever. Things like golden ratio, rule of thirds, and then you'll look into other things like rule of phi, which has something to do with the Fibonacci sequence, and then there's this grid, that grid, and all sorts of other bloody grids. There's so many aspects to composition, it's enough to make your head explode. Let's just start from the beginning. It's a very good place to start. Not you, Judy Andrews.
Oh, let's see if I can make it easier.
So, composition is equally as important as light. This element of photography can introduce new ways of viewing an image and produce something that is pleasing to the eye. Again, with everything, there are rules, and also there's ways of breaking the rules as well. I found that learning the basics and then breaking them down to suit my style and my needs was a great way to get comfortable with composition. Using composition, we can position our subject in such a way that it makes the photo complete. We could do this with many aspects of photography, such as landscape, sport, portrait, documentary, etc. How we position things in our frame will determine how our photo looks. How do we do this? Well, let's have a look at some tips to be getting better at composition. The rule of thirds, a classic. This rule was meant to be broken, and used in equal measures, of course. The rule of thirds is a type of composition in which an image is divided evenly in thirds, as the name suggests, both horizontally and vertically, and the subject of the image is placed in the intersection of those dividing lines, or along one of the lines itself. But don't forget, you can break that rule as well. Basically, by putting your subject into the imaginary lines that make thirds in your image, you can produce an image that is pleasing to the eye. Other aspects to improve your composition. Centered composition does exactly as it says on the tin. Center your subject in the middle to produce a striking image. Often this is used for portrait or for architecture photography. This works best when you have a symmetrical image as well, or something very close to that. Leading lines. Now this is a great one to follow and a personal favourite of mine as well. Basically what you're trying to do here is you are trying to lead your viewer's eye towards the subject. So for example, you could use roads, trails, trees, rocks, anything that would actually lead your viewer's eye towards the subject. It's a really simple to do, and it's a super effective means and ways of improving your shot as well. The rule of odds. Now, this is a bit of an odd one itself. Basically, somebody decided that having an odd number of subjects in the photo is more appealing than an even number. I know, right? Odd. But this can be used to great effect with food photography, or even in mountain biking, or sports in general really. We can use an image having 3 people on a trail or doing something on their bikes, like jumps, etc. It creates visual interest and gives your viewer more to look at. Foreground interest. This speaks for itself really, and this is the most common type of image you'll see new photographers try to achieve. Done right though, this technique can yield some brilliant results. Try this when taking photos of your bike or a person. Combine this with the rule of thirds or with leading lines, you're onto a banger. Frame within a frame. Using aspects such as arched trees or arches or windows to shoot through to take a photo of something else and framing them, that's some photoception right there. But this technique can produce some cool images, especially if you get creative with this one. Basically what you want to do is you want to use something around your environment to frame something within it. Simple. So these are general aspects of photography that can be used with all cameras. This isn't just specified towards a DSLR camera. You will find that things will change with technology, but these aspects will always remain within photography. They are good practice to use within your photography, and you can learn a lot from using them. You've made it to the end of the video. Whoa there, crazy horse. Before you start going firing off finger taps all over that subscribe button down below, let's have a quick recap over what we've just been through. So, what exactly is composition? I mean, I've just spent the last few minutes just telling you what all these lines and squiggles and all these positions do. But what is it? Basically, it's putting things in order on a photo to make things look pleasing to the eye and to the brain. It's as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. But, you know, don't break the rules unless you really want to. I find that if you know the rules, then you can break down the rules and you can understand exactly why each element makes that photo. Then you can start to break those rules and you can make your own story. That's what it's all about. Photography is storytelling at its finest, creating an entire story in one image. If you can do that, then you're onto a winner. So, challenge time. What I'd like you to do this week is, as same as last week, I want you to pick 2 of the topics from this video. I want you to select one, and then I want you to take 10 photographs of that, then select another one, take 10 photographs of that. Out of those, I want you to pick one good one and one bad one per topic. So that means that there'll be 4 photographs all together. Then what I want you to do is post them on Instagram or Facebook, tag me in it, and then we could discuss the photograph, see how we can improve it, or whatever you want to discuss about it. If you need any tips, advice, anything like that, just message us. That's what I'm here for. Or, if you want, leave a comment down below. So, as always guys, I cannot thank you enough for coming back time and time again. So please make sure that you do click on the subscribe and the like buttons down below. It really does mean a lot to us. And, as always, I'm the Northern Rider. Thanks for dropping in, and I'll see you in the next one.